What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Hendog, and this weekend there is a huge NFC West matchup going on this weekend in Seattle at Lumen Field between the 6-4 Arizona Cardinals and the 5-5 Seattle Seahawks. It's an absolutely huge game that kicks off the second half of the season the regular season, I should say. Because in the NFC West, it's going to be a dogfight. A lot of these teams play each other in the back end of the season. Some twice, like Arizona and Seattle play twice. And then back-to-back weeks, week 17 and 18, the Cardinals have at LA and then home in San Francisco. Each team plays each other again. It's going to be an absolute slugfest to see who will finish on top of the NFC West. Arizona Cardinals currently sit above at 6-4 after the bye week. And then the Niners, Rams, and Seahawks all sit at 5-5, with the Rams beating New England, and the Seahawks beating the Niners in walk-off fashion, with Geno Smith running into the end zone for the game winner. Like I said, this game is going to be really huge. Both teams on offense are really starting to kind of get in the groove, and one defense has kind of been really good lately, historic defense lately, and the other team has been giving up some big plays on the run game in the pass game. With the Cardinals, we all know the Cardinals defense has not given up a touchdown in the last 3 games. They've not given up a touchdown against the Jets, have not given up a touchdown against the Bears, and it did not give up a touchdown against the Chargers. So it is going to be a heavy feat for the Cardinals defense to really do that again, with the Seahawks as explosive as they are. Geno Smith, is slinging the rock right now. DK Metcalf is back after missing a couple games with that knee injury. But with Jackson Smith-Njigba in the slot, Tyler Lockett healthy, and then DK Metcalf back, Geno Smith is going to have his full complement of weapons available, and it's going to be hard for the Cardinals defense, albeit who's been really good in the last few games, to keep them out of the end zone. The run game for Seattle has not been as good as it has been in years past. As we know, with Pete Carroll, the run game was like the stamp of the Pete Carroll offense. They wanted to run the ball, and they did it really well, and they had a good passing game to complement it. This year, it's been good. Kenneth Walker has been up and down this season, but the passing game has been really good. The Cardinals defense comes into this game allowing 219 passing yards on average, with 128 rushing yards per game on average. So there's going to be opportunity for Kenneth Walker to find some room in this Cardinals defense. But they have also been, that number has been a little misleading, because when teams who have been trying to run the ball, like we've seen with the Lions, other than Lions and the Commanders, since those 2 games, the Cardinals were stout against Kyren Williams. They were good against Dobbins. They were good against Breece Hall for the most part, other than the Jets' offensive play calling helping them out there when they kind of went away with the run, when they were kind of getting going there. When they were behind, they kind of went away with it when they should have run the ball, but they were good there. And then with the Bears, they didn't really allow DeAndre Swift to do a whole lot. So the Cardinals defense has been able to stop the run game somewhat. So it's going to be like a battle at the line of scrimmage for the Cardinals and the Seahawks to get the run game going. Passing game, like I said, DK Metcalf's back, so Geno Smith should have the upper hand, even on this Cardinal defense. The secondary has been progressing. It's a really young secondary, especially if Jalen Thompson is injured. Darius Robinson, our rookie defensive end that we drafted from Missouri, has yet to play a regular season snap. Really good in the preseason. He has been practicing since Monday. He could be back, but the secondary is really young, rookie, second-year players. Budda Baker rounds it out, but if Jalen Thompson can't go, Rabbit's gonna go. The rookie safety we drafted as well, with Garrett Williams in the slot, Max Melton, and Starling Thomas. I think Sean Murphy-Bunting's healthy, but I think he kind of got relegated because he's been really struggling, as I predicted. I'm not going to let that down, because right when that was released, I knew that was a waste of money. I don't think he's really that good of a cornerback. I think he was a compliment to the Todd Bowles scheme and defense with Tom Brady. It helps, when teams have to, catch up to Tom Brady and pass, and with Todd Bowles, who's a great defensive coordinator. Yeah, I think that just helps. So this defense is this defense is growing. It's young, but I think Geno Smith will have an opportunity with there. But on the other side of the ball, the Cardinals are going to have their opportunity of their own. The Seahawks are getting up 211 passing yards on average, so not much different, only 8 yards on average difference with the Cardinals. And then they're giving up more rushing yards, though. They're giving up on average 139 yards rushing per game, which is I think 4.8 yards per carry, which for James Conner is huge. This Cardinals defense, you do not want to be you want to be a good run defense against this Cardinals, because if you're not a good run defense against the Cardinals, you're going to be getting run after run after run. If you've not watched the Cardinals during this win streak, the keys to the Cardinals extending this game, because I was going to get into the keys later for this Cardinals, but we might as well just hit on one of them. The key is being able to continue to run the football with Connor and Benson. What has been huge, especially the last 2 games, is the emergence of Trey Benson in this run game. Being able to give James Conner a breather in the run game and Trey Benson to effectively and efficiently run between the tackles and, even inside, get positive yards, get really good yardage, sometimes chunk plays, 8, 7, 9, or 10. I know it's a range, but he against the Jets and the Bears when we needed it, he was able to get those chunk plays and make the second downs, like 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, get the playbook more open for Kyler. To do, maybe he can pull the ball, maybe do a little play action. So it's going to be a very interesting game for the Seahawks defense if they cannot stop the run game, because James Conner and Trey Benson have been really good. And then, like I said, the passing game, if you can stop the run and you play for the run, Kyler Murray has been really efficient. He's led the NFL in QBR, has been in the top 2 or 3 in QBR so far this season. He's been efficient. He's been reliable. He's been confident, and he's been having fun. You can see in his play, he's just out there. He's electric. And I think this is probably the best version of Kyler we've seen. Dark horse MVP candidate for sure with his play recently. I mean, he has not made a mistake, I feel like, really yet this season. When your quarterback has really yet to make a mistake or cost your team in a spot is huge. Even when we haven't relied on him as much, when we've been able to, when he had the game, it was a few weeks ago when he only had 150 passing yards. It was against the Bears, I believe. We were just able to run the ball. All we needed to do was run the ball, and Kyler Murray just had to make the necessary plays like he did, and we won. He's been great this year, and if you try to play for the run, Kyler Murray will dot you up. Him and Drew Petzing will dot you up, get Marvin Harrison Jr. going. Trey McBride, who's been going, he's going to continue to eat. Dortch in the slot. Michael Wilson will hopefully get the ball in his hands more. He kind of got unlucky with some pass interference calls last week, so he really didn't get to touch the ball much, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. So getting him the ball would be awesome. So this could be a really high-scoring game. The Cardinals are currently 1-point favorites, which I think is kind of shocking, especially how the Seahawks walked it off and won in San Francisco last week. So I am kind of surprised. I mean, honestly, it could be different. I did only look on one sports book, so maybe the Seahawks could be. It's different on other sports books, so the lines could be different. So I am shocked to see from just one sports book that the Cardinals are 1-point favorites. I would have personally thought the Seahawks would be favorites, but at the same time, I would have also took the Cardinals plus money if they were, because I believe that the Cardinals have every opportunity to win this game. If they come out of the bye week well prepared, and, not sluggish, which they can. Jonathan Gannon has proven that he can get these guys going. If the players can get up for it, not come out like they kind of did against Green Bay that first half where they just did not look like they were ready to play football. If they come out like they didn't have a bye last week, I think the Cardinals can win this game. Like I said, I don't expect that the Cardinals defense could maintain the play that they had the last 3 games, but I think they could do better than what some people expect. But at the same time, I expect this game to be high scoring. I expect both teams to reach the 20s. If I had to guess right now, I think the Cardinals will win 24-21. Again, I think they will win with a game-winning field goal, the common theme. But I think like a 21-21 game, Cardinals drive down, get a game winner from Chad Ryland again. Could be a possibility. The 24-21 game. It's just going to be hard to contain, to stop DK, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Kenneth Walker, all those from getting in the end zone. But I expect the Cardinals win. Going 7-4 with another win over an NFC opponent going into Minnesota next week, week 13, would be absolutely huge for the Arizona Cardinals' chances of winning the NFC West, because they would already have one win over every team in the NFC West. And if they can just get 2 of the next 3, with 2 of the 3 being at home, would be huge, and then cementing their spot in the NFC West and guaranteeing a home playoff game, which would have not been predicted by anyone, even the most positive Cardinals fans. I did a season preview, and I think I had them winning like 10 or 11 games, and I was like in the videos like, wow, I think I might regret that. And then the year, because that sounds like a lot of wins. But I was hopeful that the Cardinals could potentially get a wild card spot, but not in my wildest dreams did I think that they could be sitting right now atop the NFC West and have a chance at the NFC West. So if they can win this game and go into Minnesota, even with a loss to Minnesota, winning this game is huge. And always beating Seattle, especially in Seattle, is just a little extra cherry on top. So thank you all for tuning into this video. If you did enjoy, please do hit the like button. Please do go down in the description, and please do hit the TikTok link and follow my TikTok account as well. I've been dropping so much content over there as well. I drop shortened version of these videos you can find on my YouTube. I talk about like daily news that get dropped. Talking about how Darius Robinson's back to practice, Jonah Williams getting activated off the active roster, our starting right tackle, where Kelvin Beacham's been has been improvement. Like, he's improved every week and he's looked really good. So even though Kelvin Beach has been really good, Jonah Williams will be a slight upgrade, so having him back is huge. And then, like I said, Darius Robinson coming back to practice. Those kind of news you can find in my reaction. You can find on my TikTok with a bunch of other sports as well, like you can on my YouTube. So please do hit the follow on my TikTok and check that out. I love you all for the support recently, your comments, and you reaching out, just being able to communicate with you guys, talk about what you think of the Cardinals from a different team's perspective, and then what your teams are doing has been fun. I can't wait to see how Week 12 plays out, and hopefully the Cardinals can get it done in Seattle.